Okay guys, this is Lex from Bored at Work here, and today we're going to do a video review of the SteelSeries Stratus wireless game controller. Now this controller is specific to iOS 7 devices and also the iPhone 5, the iPhone 5S, iPhone 4S, the iPad, iPad mini, along as any device that's current with the iOS operating system. So what that means is kind of restricted to those certain gaming platforms. On top of that, it also has a specific gaming list that you can play with. We'll demonstrate that further on in the review, but for now, we're just going to show you what the controller looks like. This is the box it comes in, and we're going to do a QR scan code on that later on just to show you the list of games that you can actually play on it. And then that's the back of it over here. Now, it does use Bluetooth 4.0. This device is priced at $100, so it is kind of expensive for being very specific to iOS 7 devices. This is the patch it comes with, so I guess that's a nice commodity to it for that price tag. It's very soft, silk-like. I'm going to take it out. Now you do charge it, and this is the micro USB cable that it comes with. It's kind of short. It's very tough and durable though, so there's no problem with that over there. I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to take it out of its case, and here's the inside of the case if you guys are wondering. This is a strange controller as it's very small. People with big hands might have a problem using this controller, but it does come with a faceplate to cover the keys if you're going to be traveling with it, since you do use it for your phone. So that's a nice little addition to it. I'm going to set that aside there. And this is the controller, SteelSeries. It does have top triggers for the front and also the back, like an Xbox controller or a PS4 controller. Here's the on switch. And on the back is a sync button that you use to turn on the Bluetooth to sync with your phone. Okay, I'm going to turn this over here. And you do have an analog stick, and here are the joystick keys. And then there's a pause button. Now, I don't know if you guys can see here, but once we do the whole gaming setup, we'll show you that these lights do blink up, and they'll let you know when it's on, when it's off, and whether it's synced to the game that you're playing. Overall feel, it's very, very light. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it's very cheap feeling for being priced at $100. Even the keys themselves, the way you press them, they're reminiscent of an Xbox controller. They have good feedback, very tactile, but at the same time, it doesn't feel as if it's worth that price tag. Now what we're going to do now, we're going to show you an example of gaming on the controller. Okay guys, what we do here, we have set up for you is the actual controller connected to the iPhone via the SteelSeries controller. Now one thing that you'll see is that I really can't control the user interface of the game with the controller. It's very unfortunate. As we previously know, when you have controllers connected to other gaming pads, you can actually access the menus, start, pause the game. I can't even pause the game with this controller via this game. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you examples of actually using this controller with other games where you can. But for now, I'm going to have to put this aside and actually go through the interface with my hand first. So I'm going to pick a race, pick a course. Okay, go to next. Okay, and then we're going to start the race. So there you go. And we're just going to focus on the game right now. As you guys do know, you guys can trust that I'm actually using the controller. As you can see, I'm pressing the buttons on the controller, but nothing is actually happening. I can't even go through the menu. I have to wait for the race to actually start. Do bear with me. This is my first time playing the game, so I am pretty bad, no doubt. Ooh, kill him. Now the gameplay is very smooth. Like I said, I am using the joystick. I'm not too familiar with the controls just yet, but it is working. It's probably one of the best assets of this controller are the joysticks. I'm going to change the camera view if I can. There you go. It's a very different experience when you're playing with the controller versus the actual display, because the touch controls, for some people are very good with them, but for others they really can't use them well. This kind of helps people find a middle ground because we've been playing with controllers for such a long time. So there we go. I'm just going to do a little bit more gameplay to show you guys how it works and how easy it is to work with. I'm not doing too bad, so I'm pretty happy about that. There you go. And like also I'm using the triggers to do certain actions, and they're also smooth. But as I said before, Oh, there you go. I guess I was wrong about that. You can pause the game via the actual pause button on this. Um, but like again, you can pause the game, but you really can't do anything after that. You kind of have to go back to the controller or the actual screen and press resume, and there you go, crashing. So we're going to end the video with that and move on to a different game. Hey guys, now what we have for you here today is Carnage Racing. Now, in the previous video, we did do Asphalt 8 Airborne, and what we tried to do is find a game in which we could actually use the gaming pad via the menu. We've had extreme difficulty in doing that, and it seems like most of the games that we do find with this gaming pad do not have access via the menu. So we're just going to give you another example of gaming with the controller on a different game and just see how the experience may vary or if it's the same. Now, my video guy over here loves Luke Bryan, so we're doing almost a country theme for this game. So we're going to go with that. I'm going to move this up here and select that, continue. Okay, now this is showing the controller for the gaming pad. It does realize I have the controller, not the specific one, but it does know that it's Bluetooth connected, which is also nice to have. Just going to move that up here. And just a disclaimer as well, I haven't played this game yet, so please bear with me. Okay. Again, pop-ups come up via, I can't access the game with the controller. It's very disappointing. But here we go. Okay. Now with Asphalt, to go with the car was A. With this one, it's the trigger buttons. So I have started behind here. And it doesn't seem that the controls are as smooth as they were with Asphalt 8. And again, the game keeps on interrupting me with these pop-ups. So here we go. Now again, okay, there we go. There goes another pop-up. And now the joystick is apparent here. It is definitely easier to use with it. I can't not use the actual analog here, which is a little bit frustrating because for certain people don't like to use joysticks. But overall, it's okay. Like I said, again, it's not as smooth as the game before, but you will get by with this. Now, in terms of the gaming pad itself, it does last 11 hours on the charge via the micro USB that comes with it to charge it. Like I said, it is Bluetooth, so you do have wireless connectivity here. But other than that, the gaming pad for gaming is just enough to get you by on an iOS 7 device. Okay, now overall, with the SteelSeries Stratus gaming controller, it isn't for everyone. When it carries a price tag of 99 bucks and can only be used on certain devices like the iPhone 5S and the 5, or devices that do run iOS 7, it leaves the user a bit restricted. Especially on a 4-inch display on an iPhone, gaming can be a little bit frustrating using a gaming pad versus just using the touch controls. Overall, the experience on the controller is okay. The quality of the hardware is a little bit questionable at times. It does feel very plasticky. The joysticks do work well, and the buttons do have tactile feedback, so that's not a problem. In terms of battery life, 11 hours isn't too bad to go with a micro USB charger. As you can see here, the micro USB port is at the bottom, so it does, you can actually play it while charging, so that's also convenient. And around the device is a little rubber padding, I guess to help the sweating of your palms, which some people might have when using the gaming pad. But overall, it's okay device, and if you guys are looking to purchase the SteelSeries gaming controller, we will provide a link in the description box below. And thank you.